Good morning. So this morning I received an email from a friend called Robert Lecasio, whom I'd met at the Vatican a month ago or so. And the email contained a letter from Einstein to his daughter. And it was apparently in a museum in Israel. And the letter is about harnessing the power of love. And in this particular letter, Einstein says to his daughter that more powerful than any force in the universe is the power of love, the energy of love. And that if we could somehow harness it, we would basically heal the world. So I thought I'd share with you, some ideas on harnessing the power of love. Everyone knows what love is. Everyone has experienced love. But when asked to describe, it becomes kind of difficult for people to describe what they mean by love. So, of course, love is experienced at many levels, at the level of being, at the level of feeling, at the level of thought, at the level of speech, at the level of action. All those are different experiences of love. But can we see love as a force in nature? So, subatomic particles, they kind of attract and repel each other, as do atoms, as do molecules, and yet they come together to form a unified whole. Atoms are the relationship between particles. But of course, particles also have antiparticles. And then the tissues in our body are a relationship between the molecules of our body. And on and on. The organs of our body are the relationship of the tissues in our body, and then the body itself is a relationship between the different organs of the body, and our body then is a relationship with everything that we call the universe. Our personal relationships, our social interactions, our environment, nature itself, the trees, the waters, the oceans, the stars, the galaxies. It's all relationship from the tiniest subatomic particle to the universe. It's all relationship. When there is a connectivity or lack of separation between one so-called part and the other, which are both parts of the unified whole, then we experience love. When there's a sense of separation between a part and the other part, which is also part of the unified whole, then there is fear. So you've frequently heard the expression, love is the opposite of fear, and that's probably a very accurate description, the contrast between love and fear. Fear separates, love unifies. But let's look at this at a deeper level. The great Indian poet said, love is not a mere sentiment, it is the ultimate truth at the heart of the universe. So I'll repeat that. Love is not a mere sentiment, it is the ultimate truth at the heart of the universe. But of course, it can be experienced as sentiment and emotion as well. Let's see then. There could be being love, as I said, feeling love, thinking love, speaking love, creating love, acting love. Anything that unifies. The fact of existence is that everything that you look at in existence has a boundary, and yet the boundary is not fully permeable. So the cells in our body, they have little boundaries. They're like little balloons of water, and they have little boundaries. But the boundaries have holes in them. You can say they're semi-permeable, so the cell can communicate with the cell in its neighborhood. And so the boundaries of each cell give it an individuality, just like the boundaries of a molecule give it an individuality. But that individuality couldn't exist without the neighboring cell, with which the cell is constantly in communication, also in communion, in love, because they co-depend on each other for their survival. This is true of all the organs in our body. Your stomach depends on, heart for survival, and the heart in turn depends on your stomach for survival, and on and on and on. And similarly, our body is, kind of covered with skin, and the skin separates us from each other and from the world. But the skin has holes in it, there's holes here, hole here, there's the hole at the end of your colon, and what do these holes do? They allow information and energy to go back and forth from the environment in the form of sound, touch, sight, taste, and smell. In addition, your skin is actually a semi-permeable membrane. It's derived from the same germ layer as your brain, and the skin communicates with the environment as well. But so does every orifice in our body. And so the environment, which we think is outside, is actually our extended body, because we couldn't survive without it. The oceans are recycling as our circulation. The earth is recycling as our body. Energy and information is recycling as our mind. And at the ground of all this existence, there is only one reality. Whatever you want to call it, being, pure consciousness, pure love. And at this level, all opposites are transcended, which means at this level, there is no opposite, because, as I said, the level of being is beyond transcendence. So I would say being is the highest level of love. At the level of being, there is no sinner, there is no saint, there is no enemy, and there is no contrast to the enemy, because at the level of being, love just radiates out from you or whoever is in that state of being, like light from a bonfire. It's denied to none, and it's not necessarily focused on anyone, but just radiates like light, and it's the light of awareness. At the level of feeling, love becomes an emotion. It's very powerful. It's the kind of emotion you feel for your child, or for the person you're in love with, or for your parents, or for your religious ideals, or you can feel the same kind of love for your pet or for the world, and that's also extremely powerful. The third level would be the level of thinking, but more in the realm of reflection. How can I experience more love? How can I expand my experience of living in a state of love? How can I receive more love? How can I give more love? And then from reflection,